Hi, and welcome to My Story with CareCredit. We all have stories, but what makes these stories unique is that they are about people who are able to get life-changing treatment, procedures, or medical care for themselves, their family, and their pets. All of the people featured on My Story with CareCredit did it with their CareCredit credit card. CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. I'm your host, Amy Freena. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to someone who, as a dental hygiene student, found herself needing chiropractic care. Let's listen as she shares her story on how she went from a CareCredit card holder to proactively recommending CareCredit to her dental patients.
Hi, I'm Leanne. I've been a CareCredit card holder for 5 years. I was a dental hygiene student and I was leaning over patients all the time. It was really hard on my back, so I needed to get a chiropractic adjustment. But I was a student, so I was very limited with the amount of money that I had. So a chiropractor, he told me about CareCredit, and I thought that was awesome, especially that I could pay it off over kind of a longer extended period of time. It was kind of an extensive package in a way. I just saw that it was a really good opportunity, so I took it, and then I took it again. I've referred CareCredit to so many people, patients, friends, like whoever. I think it's awesome. Thank you, CareCredit. You keep me from working in pain every day.
Hi, I'm Amy, and we are here today with Leanne, who is going to tell us a little bit about her CareCredit story. How are you today?
Good.
Good?
Yes.
All right, so we're in this kind of cool, funky warehouse downtown Los Angeles. Lots of things going on. It's kind of exciting, right? Yeah. So let me ask you a little different story here. What have you used CareCredit for?
I've used it mostly for chiropractic.
Okay. So let's just start from the very beginning of the story.
Okay.
You go to the chiropractor? Or you have an issue and then you go to the chiropractor?
I met him actually at a farmer's market.
The chiropractor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was a student at the time, and he's like, oh, you're like a little bit out of line. So I go to his office, and, you know, the cheapy, like, quick little package, like, actually I think it was free to just get you in.
The console
right?
or something, yeah.
Yeah, like x-rays and motion testing, and then, you know, the package deal comes along, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm a student, so I have no money.
Right.
Or very limited money, right?
Okay.
So then he told me about CareCredit, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. I was able to get really amazing promotional financing,
Okay.
and that allowed me to be able to afford to do the work that I needed.
Were you in any type of pain before this?
I had chiropractic adjustments years before, and it wasn't really that I had pain, but once I started with hygiene, then, you know, it's like you're leaning over people.
Right.
And, yeah, so then it was just like, I know I'm, like, not aligned, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
You said he gave you a package deal of all the things that, I guess the treatment or the plan of what he wanted to do to help you. Was it a bit overwhelming?
To think of, you know, kind of just laying out a few $100s was, I wasn't used to doing it that way, you know, but it had been a while since I had seen a chiropractor. To be able to kind of break it up, like, in a way that I had done before was nice.
So then tell me about how being able to afford this package and the promotional financing that enabled that. Tell me about how you started feeling, and you're back in school and you're leaning over, cleaning, and like, how did it change your life?
Well, it definitely, you know, got me back, and the motion testing, we did it again later, and I was, you know, much more flexible than I had been, and so that was good. But I know that it's great to stay well-adjusted. So,
right. Of course. Have you talked to your friends and family about how CareCredit kind of enabled you to get treatment that you wanted and essentially needed?
Yeah, definitely. I actually spoke with a lot of patients in the
Okay.
dental chair.
Tell me
Once
about
I
it.
was a hygienist, then
So
dentistry
you
is
graduated?
expensive. Yeah, I graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so dentistry is expensive, right?
Yeah.
But it's also absolutely important if you're going to keep your teeth,
Right.
which you need for so many things. So
Right.
patients in my chair, they're like, oh, I have all this work that I need to do. And I'm like, have you ever heard of CareCredit? And they're like,
Interesting.
well, no. And I said, well, I use it for chiropractic, but you can use it for so many different things,
That is fantastic. So your personal experience, then you were able to pass it on to other
Right.
people that needed help
Right.
in their time of need.
Right.
Does that mean the dental office that you work for carries it now?
Many of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this works. We need it.
Right. And they're like, they need it. So, and, not everybody can shell out,
Whatever.
yeah, depending on whatever is needed. I told all my hygiene student friends, I was like, you guys should go get adjusted. This guy's great. And then, so yeah, luckily I haven't needed dental work, which is, ironic.
Right.
Or maybe not.
Right, no.
Maybe it's because I don't need it. But yeah, I think it's such a great, opportunity for people to be able to afford the things that they actually really do need. And when somebody really does need a filling or a crown, it's your teeth are so important
Absolutely.
to break down your food so that you can digest and absorb and be healthy. It's and let alone your smile, talking,
Right.
self-esteem, all these things are wrapped around your mouth.
Absolutely. How rewarding for you too, though, because like you said,
Yeah.
you're not getting anything from it, but being
Right.
able to say, no, personally, I used this and
Right.
it enabled me to be healthier and to live a better life. But I
Right.
can offer you this advice based on personal experience. If you could write a review for CareCredit, what would you say in your review about your entire experience with the CareCredit credit card?
I would say this is a great opportunity to do the things that you need and want to do. And it makes your life more affordable, and it's a good resource for just being able to handle what comes along,
To handle what comes in life's way?
Yeah, and I just, it's so easy, even with the app, I would say CareCredit is accessible, flexible, and I guess maybe not necessarily a reliable source, but it's a good source for funding for the things that you really need.
Is there anything in the future you could potentially see yourself using CareCredit for as well?
I could definitely see myself maybe doing some cosmetic smudging.
Okay, she's going to patent that term.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time and sharing your journey with us. We appreciate it, and for recommending CareCredit to all of your patients, of
Yes.
course. But we appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Leanne's story was inspiring, and CareCredit was proud to be a part of it. Remember, CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. If you are interested in applying for a CareCredit credit card or would like to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.